Hey guys, for today's video I wanted to try out something new to celebrate my recent achievement of hitting 500 subscribers, but as of right now I'm actually at over 700, so I just wanted to thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. I've recently been reading a lot about automotive related mysteries, so today I have for you guys a special video highlighting a few notable ones. In this video, I'll be going over 5 interesting automotive mysteries that I've recently found out about. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and with that, let's get right onto the video. To kick off this video, we'll start with a lesser known entry. This mystery originates from an old forum called China Car History, which is run by a man named Eric van Engenschnau. On this forum, he photographs various cars from small and obscure manufacturers around China. Over the years, he's photographed weird cars such as this one, and whatever this one is. As obscure and strange as these cars are, one is more shrouded in mystery than all of the others on this forum. In 1996, he posted these 2 pictures of a red 5-door hatchback to his forum. Now this might seem pretty normal for his forum, but here's where things get a little strange. The odd thing about this car in particular is that nobody can identify it, not even Eric himself. One immediately noticeable detail the car has is a broken Cherokee badge on the trunk. While this might seem like a lead at first, no identification can be made based on this due to the fact that the badge is from the American Jeep Cherokee SUV. While many might just assume that this car is the product of a Chinese brand that was simply lost to time and not documented, some people beg to differ. A few years back, a Redditor made a post on the Non-Murder Mystery subreddit about this car in an effort to identify it. Upon looking at the pictures OP provided, most people came to the consensus that this might not be a separate car model, and it might actually just be an amalgamation of car parts from different vehicles. For instance, many commenters mentioned how a lot of the parts on the car were almost identical to those of various 1990s Nissan vehicles, such as the Nissan Sunny and Micra. And when put side to side with the red hatchback, Micra especially, I definitely see what they're talking about. A little more evidence to support the cut and shut theory are parts on the car just not looking right, such as the door arch not fitting the wheel arch at all, and the taillights not fitting very well and looking like they came from a different vehicle. And if this car were just made of spare parts the owner found, that would also explain the part of the Cherokee badges on the back. One commenter suggested that this car might be the hatchback variant of a Chinese sedan called the Ling Kong KJ6380, and while there are definitely some similarities between the two, I think it's more likely coincidental, and they're probably 2 different cars. To this day, it's still unknown whether this hatchback is a real production car or a combination of different car parts, although that does seem more likely. For this next entry, we have another case of an unidentifiable car. This one began in the UK in 1968 with the release of the book Buses, Trolleys, and Trams. On one page of this book, a crowded street with a few double-decker buses is shown. What really stands out in this picture, though, is a very strange-looking blue sports car. This car currently hasn't been identified, so it's unlikely to be a production car. Luckily for us, though, the blue car has been 3D modeled in an effort to help identify it. As we take a look at this car, it noticeably has some features shared by other popular British sports car brands of the time like MG, TVR, and Sunbeam. This car also has interesting features such as a wraparound windshield and lots of vents on different parts of the car. My personal theory on this is that the blue car is probably a custom-made kit car, which if you don't know is a car that has custom-made fabrication and body panels, which are then built over an existing car's chassis. This would explain why it is not documented anywhere as a production vehicle, and also why there's seemingly only one of these in existence. As of right now, though, what exactly this car is still unknown. The year is 1940. World War II was getting to its absolute peak. By this point, the Germans had already conquered the Netherlands and Belgium, and British and French troops were quickly evacuating France into Britain in an effort to escape them. Paris had already fallen to the Germans, and French citizens were quickly preparing themselves for the worst. They began to ship their possessions away to keep them safe, and one of these possessions was a Bugatti Type 57 SC La Voiture Noire owned by Jean Bugatti, who is the son of Bugatti's founder, Ettore Bugatti. This car was one of only 4 made and is estimated to be worth around $100 million today. As Germany invaded France, the car was put on a train en route to Bordeaux. After that, the car was never seen again, and it is unknown what happened to the car to this day. There is a chance the car could still be located somewhere today, but I think it's more likely that it was destroyed in the ensuing chaos. Whatever the case, the story of Jean Bugatti's missing Type 57 SC is definitely an interesting one. This is probably the most known of all the mysteries in this video. James Dean was an American actor who was best known for his roles in films like Rebel Without a Cause, Giant, and East of Eden. He was known for owning a Porsche 550 Spyder, which he was regularly seen driving around in. Tragically, on September 30th, 1955, Dean would die in a car accident while driving his Porsche on US Route 466 in California. This was a very sad and tragic event, and many mourned his loss. After this, the car was later removed from the scene. This is where our mystery begins. The car was first purchased by Dr. William Eskridge from a salvage yard, and he then stripped the car for parts. He ended up installing the engine into his Lotus race car, and he gave the rest of his parts to his friend Troy McHenry to use in his own race car. They would both end up crashing their cars while racing, and while Eskridge survived his crash, McHenry was unfortunately not as lucky, and passed away as a result of his crash. Shortly after these crashes, a man named George Barris bought Dean's 550 Spyder with the intention of rebuilding it. When he found out it was beyond saving, he decided to show it off at various theaters, shows, and other places. In 1959, the car caught fire while in storage, but it was strangely fairly undamaged. A pair of tires from the car were also sold around this time, and these tires apparently blew out at the same time while the new owner was driving, causing their vehicle to slide off the road. Events like these happening largely led the car to be considered a cursed vehicle. There are a few unconfirmed stories involving the car, like how it allegedly fell on and killed a man who was transporting it to a show, or how it may have fallen from its display at one show, injuring a bystander. These stories do have a chance of just being rumors created by the car's final owner, George Barris, to increase the general public's interest in the car. The last the car was rumored to be seen was when it apparently disappeared from a train boxcar in 1960 during transport, and it has not been seen since. There was even a $1 million reward offered in 2005 for the whereabouts of the vehicle, although that unfortunately led to nothing. To this day, the mystery of James Dean's Porsche 550 Spyder and its whereabouts is still unsolved. If there are any Formula One fans in my audience, this is one you might know about. As a PR stunt for the 2004 Monaco Grand Prix, the Jaguar racing team decided to embed the nose cones of their 2 cars with diamonds worth around $250,000 to $300,000 each. One of these cars was driven by racing driver Christian Klein, and on the opening lap, he crashed his car. He was uninjured, and crashes aren't super out of the ordinary in Formula One, so no one really thought anything of it for the time being. It reportedly survived the crash, but from that point on, no one has seen it since. It's possible that the diamond could have been picked up by someone nearby the track and taken, or that it could have been embedded into a tire wall during the crash and the tire wall later scrapped. Whatever the case, the story of Jaguar's missing diamond is certainly an interesting automotive mystery to look into. For this last part of the video, we'll be doing a quick lightning round of honorable mentions. Our first entry is from the movie 22 Jump Street. In one scene, an Isuzu Amigo is pictured, but strangely, its grille badge has been swapped with that of a Ford vehicle. There doesn't seem to be any real reason why they did this, and the only reason I can think of is that maybe they didn't want to show any Isuzu products for whatever reason on screen. It's probably not super likely, but yeah, this is a strange one for sure. The Ferrari 375mm with the serial code 0378AM was one of just 26 made, most of which were used for competition. This car hasn't been seen since around 1953, when it was given to a man named Johnny Walker, who was a friend of Enzo Ferrari. These cars were 340 horsepower racing monsters powered by inline-six engines, and the missing one is estimated to be worth around $10 million today. And last but certainly not least, we have the Chevrolet Waldorf Nomad. The Waldorf Nomad was a concept car created by GM for their 1954 Motorama concept car tour. There, they presented their Chevrolet Nomad concept, which would go on to be known as the Waldorf Nomad. Info on how it was built and how many were made is super limited, and the car has not been seen since around 1954. It is believed to either have been crushed by GM after the show, or to be sitting in a collector's garage somewhere in the United States, but for now, where the car is or what happened to it is unknown. And those are 5 automotive mysteries for you guys, plus a few special short entries at the end. As always, thank you so much for the support and for 700 subscribers, I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We're now on the road to 800 subscribers, and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.